Ever notice how sometimes the weirdest things can give you a clue about bigger trends?
Absolutely, like what we're diving into today.
Right, the lipstick index. It sounds a bit strange, maybe, but it's this idea popularized by Leonard Lauder from Estee Lauder.
hmm
The theory is that, when the economy gets shaky, lipstick sales actually go up.
Yeah, it's fascinating. The basic thinking is, okay, maybe you can't afford a big fancy vacation or a new car right now.
Right, those big ticket items get cut.
Exactly. But you still want a little something, a small pick-me-up that doesn't, break the bank.
And lipstick fits that perfectly, an affordable treat.
Precisely. It's that little indulgence to sort of boost your spirits, maintain a feeling of normalcy, maybe.
Okay, so let's ground this a bit. Are there actual examples? I remember reading about the period after 9/11.
Yes, that's often cited. Around the 2001 recession, reports suggest lipstick sales climbed something like 11%.
11%. Wow. So a noticeable jump.
Definitely noticeable. And then again, think about the 2008 financial crisis.
Another tough time economically.
A very tough time. And even though overall consumer spending took a big hit, cosmetic sales, particularly things like lipstick, seemed to hold up surprisingly well, even increased in some areas.
So it wasn't just a one-off after 9/11?
It seems not. And even more recently, like in 2022 with all the inflation worries.
Yeah, prices were going up everywhere. People felt squeezed.
Uh-huh. And data showed U.S. lip makeup sales surged. I think the figure was something like 48% year over year.
48%. That's huge.
It's a big number. It really points towards that psychological element, doesn't it?
This idea of affordable luxury, a small way to feel good when other things feel uncertain.
Exactly. It's like a tiny symbol of maybe resilience, a little bit of defiance against the gloom, perhaps.
Okay, I get the psychology.
Ah.
But how seriously should we take this as an actual economic indicator? Is it reliable?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Its strength is that it potentially flags shifts in consumer behavior, maybe a bit earlier than some traditional metrics.
Like an early warning whisper.
Sort of. It gives you anecdotal insight into how people are feeling, how they're adapting their spending, little snapshots of sentiment.
But what are the downsides? I mean, economists aren't just watching makeup sales, right?
Oh, absolutely not. The main criticism is that it's, well, largely anecdotal. It lacks the hard empirical data and rigor of established indicators.
Like, what are some examples of those?
Things like, say, the Baltic Dry Index, which tracks shipping costs for raw materials or unemployment rates, GDP growth figures. Those are based on broad, quantifiable data.
Right, the big picture stuff.
Exactly. Economists rely on that comprehensive data for forecasting and analysis. Lipstick sales are interesting, but not a cornerstone of economic policy.
So view it as a supplementary clue, not a definitive forecast.
That's probably the best way to think about it. It's not going to predict a recession on its own.
But it does highlight something important, maybe.
I think so. It highlights the human element in economics, how economic stress isn't just numbers on a page, it's about people making choices.
Choices that balance frugality with the need for, well, small comforts.
Precisely that balance. These quirky indicators, as some call them, they capture a bit of that human reality.
So the key takeaway then is, the lipstick index is an interesting lens on consumer psychology during uncertain times, but maybe don't bet your portfolio on it.
Nicely put. It's a glimpse, not the whole picture.
And it makes you wonder, are there other everyday spending habits that might reflect these bigger economic currents?
That's a great question to think about. Maybe what kind of coffee people buy or movie ticket sales? Lots of possibilities.
Definitely food for thought. So, while it's not a crystal ball, the lipstick index is a good reminder that economics is really about human behavior, emotions, and all.
Couldn't agree more. It's all connected.
For detailed discussion on this and other important economic topics, visit our YouTube channel Business World. Business World, your business partner.